Good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, September 21st. My poor girl was dropped at a parking lot yesterday by some idiot who backed up and did not see the motorcycle. Lucky for me, he left a note. He was kind enough to leave a note. I have to give him credit for that. Not a lot of people would have done the same thing. But as you can see, my tank was dented pretty badly and the paint came off. One of the crash bars is also scratched. The mirror was, this whole part right here was messed up. I couldn't use the mirror when I was coming back home. So I had to fix it this morning because I couldn't, you need both mirrors to ride a motorcycle. Simple as that. And then, so this crash bar right there has a big scratch on it. And also, the right hand side bag has a couple of big scratches on it too. So it wasn't a good afternoon yesterday when I was coming back home, and I found pieces of, I don't even know what it is, and I will show the pictures on the video so you guys can see it. A couple, a screw, actually a bolt, and like 3 or 4 plastic things that you put, I think, underneath the seat, or in the plastic things that says 1100. So I wasn't really sure that when he dropped it, I mean, obviously it fell to the left because the handlebar dented the tank, but it also fell to the right because the right hand side hard bag is also with scratches on it. And besides from the fact that I have to waste my time to take the bike somewhere, and I'm riding it today because I want to make sure that it is, well, it was rideable yesterday, and I'm sure it is today because I think it was just minor issues. The fact that I have to actually spend my time to take it to the shop so they can check it out to make sure that I can keep riding it until they order the new tank, because it has to be replaced. You can't fix it. It's got to be replaced. And if there is anything else mechanically, or I don't know if they are going to replace the hard bag and the crash bars. I think they should, because they are scratched. Painting is not gonna be for me good enough. My crash bars are like brand new, and my motorcycle, I bought it in February. It only has a little bit over 3,000 miles, and I have been taking good care of it. No scratches, no denting, and even when my friend did the bar risers, he was so meticulous that he did not even want to scratch anything, and he put a towel over the tank, and so he wouldn't scratch anything, except the bolts like this that you can't, the paint comes off pretty easy. It's not like they're actually black screws, but anyhow, the guy left a note saying that he he was backing up, he was backing out, he was backing in, and he did not see the freaking motorcycle. And I'm like, seriously, how can you not see a big motorcycle like this one and you're gonna back into it? I think that what happened was that he backed, he tried to get into the other parking space to the right, and when he was backing up, did not see the motorcycle and hit it with his car. I think he hit the bag first and the motorcycle tipped over. I think that's what happened, because I don't have any other explanation as to why, if it was just, if he would have backed up straight towards it, then the front tire would be messed up, and it isn't. I mean, even this part right here seems to be okay. Like it's not bent, it's not skip straight, and I can make, you know, turns with no issues. But the tank, like you see right here, it's all messed up and it looks ugly now. But he was kind enough to leave a note. So when I got out of work yesterday and I'm going to the motorcycle, I was putting everything that I usually bring to work in one of the hard bags, and I had not seen or paid attention to anything because, you know, I park the motorcycle pretty much in the same freaking place all the time, and I try to do it as far as to the wall as I can so nobody can hit it. Anyhow, so then I see that he left a note in front of the seat, inside the seat, and I'm like, what in the hell is this? I mean, it never crossed my mind that he had actually tiptoed the bike, had actually dropped it or hit it in order for it to drop. And I'm sorry, but I do have a cold, and I wasn't feeling that great after I got home. I think I had fever and chills, and anyways, but I have to come to work today because tomorrow I am going to head over to West Virginia, but in my car, and take my family with me. Anyhow, like I was saying, people need to be more careful. You cannot be going, you know, not back up into a parking lot and not see a motorcycle or a car before you actually pulled into the freaking parking lot. I'm pretty sure you saw it. It's not like you didn't see it. You saw it. You're either too old to know any better that you need to be careful when you're backing up into parking spaces, because you can have a car to the left or to your right, and the motorcycle was not even close to the line for him to actually hit it. So I had to catch my breath when I picked up the pieces of the freaking motorcycle, because it had some parts that I'm going to also post, and I found a screw, a bolt that was on the floor, and like I said, some plastic things that go inside what keeps together the signs that says 1100 on the sides. But I checked and it had its own plastic things, so I don't know where all those little pieces came from, or if there are any loose bolts and screws on the motorcycle on the right hand side. I checked and I didn't see anything. I touched pretty much every single bolt had his screw on, so I don't know where those things came from. Anyhow, when I got on the motorcycle yesterday, I kept thinking to myself, what if anything here is bent and I'm not gonna be able to ride the motorcycle, and it's gonna be wobbly and I'm not gonna be able to get home. I was so pissed off because I cannot say another word, because now I have to take the motorcycle to the dealership so they can actually take a look at it and see what they need to order and replace everything, because I am going to replace everything that was scratched up. I am not going to let this guy walk away with just a little paint job and shit like that. Pardon my French, but I'm not. So I asked him for his insurance information and he did not want to give it to me. He told me that he was gonna pay out of pocket, which is fine as long as he does it. I have his phone number, and I am gonna go to work today and I'm gonna ask the security guards to see if they can check the cameras from yesterday to get a license plate just in case these guys disappear from the radar. In the meantime, I think I'm gonna call my insurance company to see what I have to do to get it fixed ASAP, and then send this guy the bill of everything that was done to it so he can pay me directly, because this is ridiculous. So that is the highlight of my week. My motorcycle is all banged up. I am just glad that I wasn't in an accident. It was just that somebody dropped it. I have not even dropped the freaking thing. And there have been a couple of times where I almost did drop it, but I didn't. Especially one day that I got into a parking lot that had a lot of gravel in it. So I had to carefully get out of it, and you know, the tires do slip, your feet slips, everything slips. So I was about to drop the freaking thing, but as soon as I felt that I was gonna drop that, I put my feet down and I pulled it back up. So but I am you know, this whole thing was backwards. The mirror was backwards, and I'm like, what the hell happened? How can there be scratches on the left and on the right of the motorcycle? And what bothers me the most is, like I said, the stuff that I found on the floor on the right hand side where the bag is. But I checked and I didn't see anything that was missing, so I don't know where those pieces came from. So I'm a little concerned about that, but it seems like the motorcycle is, you know, it feels normal, like nothing. It's out of the ordinary. And although this is not moving, this number right here, we'll see. Yesterday, because this whole thing moved, I was not able, I had to like reach all the way underneath it to signal left, right, left, and I was kind of pissed off about it, because I mean, seriously, you have to be really stupid to drop a motorcycle and not see what the hell you did. But like I said, I do appreciate that he left a note. He said that he's also a motorcyclist, so he's a fellow rider. And I guess that if he's gonna pay out of pocket, he must have money. If he works in the building, I'm sure that you know, he has money to pay for whatever needs to get done. So of course, when he saw the motorcycle, didn't think nothing like was wrong with it. So I sent him pictures and I said the tank is all messed up, it's gonna need replacement. I said one of the hardbacks has scratches on it, you know, the mirrors are all messed up, the controls are all messed up, they were all backwards, and I'm like, what the hell? So I had to actually turn the mirror upside down so it wouldn't distract me, and I had to, like, every time I was making, you know, a left-hand turn or cross to the left-hand lane, I had to actually turn my head to make sure no cars were coming, because, you know, I use my mirrors, but I also turn my head because of the blind spots you have in a car, or more, you know, on a motorcycle. But that was the highlight of my day yesterday. And of course, as I was coming back, I tried to make a video, but my battery ran out, so I was so pissed off yesterday. And I think that the camera went out just right here. So I didn't even, you know, rode the motorcycle for less than a mile before the camera went out, and I didn't know that it wasn't completely charged. But anyways, I'm making the video today. Let me know your thoughts if this has ever happened to you. I'm sure you were angry because, you know, this is your baby, this is my baby. I've taken such a good care of it that I don't want anybody to do anything to it, and this guy comes and does the unthinkable, backs into it and drops it. Incredible. Cirque du Soleil, everybody. I'm coming on the 30th to see their show Echo. They are in Tyson's too. I love Cirque du Soleil. So yeah, I'm excited that I'm gonna be able to come and watch their show. I've seen 2 other shows, and my purpose is to see any shows that I have not seen. So do come out. And if you live in the Northern Virginia area, the tickets are very affordable. So I'll be close by